Another question to me, as a lady into farming, when people find out or when you get to tell people you're into farming, what is their perception?
The first one I get is, oh, you're lying.
Okay.
It's farmer. You are lying.
You don't believe a lady can, or a lady does farming.
Ah, Obapa. That's what people tell me.
So there are people who are watching us. People also want to know how they can also start their own rabbit farm. Initially, I want to know when you started, how did you start? How much did you start with? What were the costs involved? Is it expensive to go into rabbit farm?
I always have a problem with people talking about, oh, you don't need so much money to start this. You need so much money to start that. I feel that we are all different. I know someone who didn't have any money at all but started a rabbit farm.
Mm.
So it depends on the strategy. You should know what you are about. You should know what you want to do. In some of your previous videos, people mention how much they started with.
Yeah.
Some people start with 300 cities, 500 cities. I wouldn't want to mention how much I started with, but it wasn't a little money because I knew what I wanted. Imagine I go in for a 300 cities project. My cage is worth 200 cities. My rabbit is, let's say, 50 cities each, a male and female. My cage might not last up to a year. I would have to renovate. So let me just say, roughly, it was close to 2,000 for my rabbit farm.
Like at the initial stage?
At the initial stage.
Okay.
It was either close to 2,000 or more than 2,000 cities because I knew what I wanted. My cage is like 2 years old, and this is the first renovation I am doing.
So, in terms of the cage, you look at the durability of the cage.
Exactly. I wouldn't go to buy a 20 cities plywood. The plywood, I have one outside right now. I think I bought it for 60 or 50 cities. It's the durability. So if you want to start a rabbit business, it depends on what you want. It depends on the structure you are building for yourself. Rabbits produce like quickly.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't. I started with 3 rabbits, but the cage I built was, I think, 8 rooms or so. Yes, even though I said, because I knew that they were going to produce.
Yeah.
So if I say I'm starting with just 2 rooms cages, that's like, I wouldn't want to start with so much money because the business hasn't started yet. After, when it's latest, where are the kids going to sleep?
Mm.
When I wing them, where are they going to be? That's additional money.
Okay.
So it depends on your structure. It depends on your plan. You don't really need someone telling you that, oh, you don't need so much money to start a rabbit business. It depends on what you want. If you want to do something small for yourself and then add more money later, it's fine. If you want to put in more money now and relax along the line and enjoy the profits that comes to you, because rabbit farm, the more you sell, the more you'll be forced to cross your rabbits so they breed more. You breed more, and then you need more rooms. You will have to buy more feed. So if you are selling, the money you are getting out, you're using the same money to buy feed. You're using the same money to make new structures. So what are you gaining out of it? Nothing. But if you start with so much money into it, you are already prepared. So the business comes, you start selling, you start breeding, you already have enough rooms for the ones that are coming. So you know that now I'm enjoying my profits.
Okay. So for someone watching us who maybe is inspired by what you are doing and wants to also start, would you advise a person to go big or to go small, looking at the market for it or the whole business of rabbitry?
Rabbit business is interesting. If you would want to do rabbitry, go in big. That is what I tell everybody. Go in like really, really big. You should know what you are about. Go in. Rabbit business is made in such a way that if you start and you concentrate, you would even resign from your job. You wouldn't want to do your 8 to 5 job anymore, because imagine I am grilling, that is value addition. Imagine I am grilling for 100 cities and I get like 10 orders a day. That's 1,000 cities. Imagine I am grilling every Saturday. That's 4,000 cities. That's more than someone's salary. I'd rather be at home, pay attention to my rabbits and get this 4,000 every month rather than going to work.
Being in traffic,
Yeah.
up and down.
Yeah. So if you want to really go into rabbit's business, you should go in big, and you should know what you should have a plan. You should know what you want to do. For me, I actually had a plan. I wanted to go in big because I knew what I was about to do. I knew what I was getting into. I knew there was a market for rabbits.
Okay.
And I knew the right places to hit. Go on Facebook. When I first sold my winners, I took a photo of them, a very beautiful photo, and I posted on Facebook. And within 2 hours, I was lying to people. Oh yes, I have more. Meanwhile, I didn't have. I have sold to people in Koforidua. I have sold to people in Sawam. So you should know what you want to do. If the business, see, people are ready to buy, but it depends on you. If you sit in your room and you have a rabbit farm and you are not telling people about it, you are not advertising, you are not using social media, then you are not really doing anything. There is markets for rabbits. Yeah.
That's fine. She's spoken like extensively about markets. That should convince you that yes, the business is
yes, it's very
if someone has told you he's struggling getting market, the person is not advertising it because friends and the power of social media can let you get a lot of markets. And it's a new meat in town, so people want
it's
to
not
try
new.
it. But like as it's
not new, but people don't really know so much about
yes,
it.
it's not known like the way poultry and other things are very common.
It's just left to us. So I entered one we call it cold store. I entered one cold store and surprisingly they were selling rabbit meat.
I've never seen a cold store that they sell rabbit meat before.
Exactly. I was surprised.
But every time
I was like, wow, it's coming up.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
little by little. It's a process. We all along the line it becomes like household meat. People think that rabbit meat is a kafona, but it's, yeah.
Yeah. So suppose someone wants to buy or look at the pricing of rabbit meat, as I say, it's a four number as people call it. Is it expensive to buy rabbits?
It depends on the farm you are buying from, and it depends on the person you are buying from. When I started my farm, because I didn't do extensive research about pricing with rabbits.
Okay.
So I made a huge mistake with the pricing. The guy sold an old rabbit for me at 90 cedis. And sold the little ones at 50 cedis. But when I got to know that rabbits are sold based on their weight, at that time 1 kg was 25 cedis.
Okay.
So if you weigh your rabbit and it's 2 kg, that's 50 cedis. It is 3 kg, 75. And the rabbits I brought home were not up to 2 kg.
No, okay.
So, but that is his strategy. He has made money out of it. I didn't know. If you are selling rabbit to somebody who doesn't know, you are making money. I have a friend who buys from me every time, and I'm not saying you are cheating the person. No, it's not like you are cheating the person, but it is your business. I can't tell a brand how much to sell their products for. Yeah, but I feel that I'm feeding my rabbits grass. And you know, rabbits, when you feed them with the processed feed alone, and you feed them with a mixture of feed and grass, then you feed some solely on grass, the tastes are different. So if you want a rabbit fed with grass and processed feed, the price is different. If you want solely feed, the price is different. If you want solely grass, the price is different.
Interesting.
So the pricing is based on you, the farmer.
Yeah.
But what is done is the weighing of the rabbits. I think currently the price is 30 cedis for 1 kg.
1 kg.
So if you weigh your rabbits and it's 2 kg,
60.
60. If the rabbit is 2 days old and it is 60 it is 2 kg, it is 60 cedis.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So okay, now you've talked about it. Now people might be interested. So is it that I need a bigger space to start a rabbit farm?
If you don't have enough space, it is fine to start a rabbit farm with a little space you have. You should be. I designed my rabbit cage by myself.
Okay.
You should be creative. You should be able to design. I think space shouldn't be a limitation. You should be able to design your cage in a way that this Ghana, we don't really build our houses. Because we have space in Ghana, we build normal structures.
Yeah.
But if you go to some parts of the country, the buildings are really high on a very small piece of land.
Yeah.
So you can have a very small cage, but very long if you don't have enough space. So it means that you have to stand on something to feed your rabbits all the way up.
Yeah.
So space shouldn't necessarily be.
Okay. So I asked because normally certain forms of farming require you acquiring land to do.
That is like on a large scale.
Okay.
This is like on a but if you are doing it at home like me, you have a porch where you can put your cage, put it there. If you have a backyard, you can put about 2, 3 cages, 4 cages, put it there and start. You don't necessarily need you are now starting. If you feel that it is going to a point where you need to acquire land for it, then you go ahead and acquire land for it. If you need the space, you should get it. But if you are starting and you have the little space you have, you should be able to utilize it. You don't have. I feel that it should be flexible. You shouldn't want to start like everybody. When I started, Farmer Brown is known in Ghana for rabbitry. Yeah. So you can't just start a rabbit farm and expect to have like
the Farmer Brown kind of
Farmer Brown kind of setup. People can do it. That is if you have the space. Go ahead. But if you don't have the space, there's a gradual process. Along the line, you should be able to see enough. Then you expand.
Yeah. So you talked about not having a big space, doing it at a porch and all. Is it that rabbit farming does it smell? Is it something you can do close to your house or even in your house? Because there are certain farms that requires yes. So people also want to know, does it smell to have it at home or how is it like?
With rabbitry, you don't have a problem, but it depends on how you manage your farm.
Okay.
My farm, what I do is that, the rabbit poop doesn't smell. The urine doesn't smell. Let me just start with that. When I told my mom I wanted to start this, the first question she asked me was, does it have a stench? I said no. The animals don't smell. The animals are like hygienic.
Yeah,
Rabbits are very neat. They don't like filth. Filth can kill rabbits easily. The smallest thing, and the poop doesn't smell, the pee doesn't smell. But it depends on you, the farmer. I'll show you something when we get to my farm. I experimented something and it worked for me. So now I know what to do and what not to do. What you have to do is that sweep the place, clean the place, scrub the floor. If it is cemented like mine, scrub the floor. If it is not, once a while, you gather the poop from under the cage, sweep it away. If it stays for a very long time, that is when it begins to smell because it starts decaying. The reason why it doesn't smell is that the feed is dry and whatever comes out is very dry. So you can actually pick it up and just break it in your palm, and it's so powdery, so it doesn't have any smell. So you wouldn't have to be affected by doing it. You don't have a problem doing it on your porch. It's fine. Once you are cleaning it, sweeping it away every day, and collecting the urine. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. You have to collect the urine.
As you indicated, there is business, serious business when it comes to like the
yes. You have to. You should have a drainage where the urine drops, then it slides into something, so you can collect it afterwards.
Okay. So we're finally here.
Yeah.
I can see there are like a lot of new construction stuff going on.
So like I mentioned earlier, this is the first time I'm renovating my cages in like 2 years because I used good material. You can see after 2 years the wood is still strong. We are using the same materials actually to build other cages. So that's how come you see this mess here. We are trying to construct new cages, then we move these there, then we break this too and construct them. Yeah. Okay. So that's what's happening. That's why you see a lot of.
Yeah. So these cages are like 2 years old, right?
Yeah.
That's nice. They still look fresh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can say how many like rabbits do you currently have?
Currently, I would have to count. I don't know the number. So this is 3 down here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So currently I have 9. I don't really believe in keeping 50, 60, 70 rabbits. No.
What's the reason?
My reason is because, like I mentioned earlier, if you know what you are into, you have a plan for yourself, you are good to go. Because I feel that if I have 10 rabbits and they can produce and I can sell my rabbits every month and make money, I still don't know I should keep 50 of them here and I'm not selling, or I'm selling very little every time. So I feel that this is my strategy. I don't keep a lot of rabbits. The maximum I have kept here was 21.
21 rabbits.
Yes. That was the maximum I did. Even with that, the winners were not included. And I felt it was so much work because you have to feed 21 rabbits. I don't use the automatic feeders and then water. I do manual. So it's so much work. And most of them too were wasting the feed and all that. I put all those things into consideration. So I started selling off the winners. That's how come I have a very small
For those watching us who don't know what winners are, what
winners are like 8 weeks old rabbits. You have weaned them from their mother. That's when they are matured enough to be separated from the mother. So those are winners.
Yeah, so if you don't know what winners are, that's the explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just keep a few number, and at least when the others come, you just
Yes.
to the new ones. Okay. So currently, like, are they winners among the ones who have?
No, currently I don't have winners. All these rabbits are matured rabbits. This one down here is the oldest rabbit here. I think she's about 2-3 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then she's relaxed. Like,
She's relaxed. She's the I think she's the one that is like very calm on the farm because she's the oldest here. She knows what is happening here. So she was all black, and with age, you know, even with humans, as you are growing, you are getting gray hair.
and stuff.
So I think with age, the black is fading off, and she's currently pregnant. So she's a good mother too.
This is a good mother.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
Do you have bad mothers?
I have a terrible mother. This one here is a very terrible mother. It littered 3 days ago, and they all died.
Oh.
She didn't mind them. She didn't even care. She had given birth, and she's a terrible mother.
She wasn't feeding them.
She wasn't feeding them. She wasn't doing anything.
And it's currently pregnant too.
It's currently pregnant again. I was angry, so I crossed it again. You know, after birth, you're supposed to give them
some time.
Yeah. But I was angry, so I crossed it again. So that's it.
Okay. So for those who are watching us, maybe if this is the first rabbit video that you are watching, and maybe you want to start something, we initially spoke about certain things that you need to do in terms of the space, the amount to start, and the feeding and everything. So looking at the feed, what feed do you give them?
I give them the wheat bran and layer mash.
Okay.
Yes. You mix the wheat bran with the layer mash, and then you feed them. And I give them a lot of grass.
Well, I think there's a little bit of backyard.
Yeah, I give them a lot of. So this is a mixture of wheat bran and layer mash. It's maize and then a lot of things. The Goa mash has a lot of protein as well. One is has more protein than the other one balances it. So that's what I feed them, and I balance it with grass. Initially I had rabbits who live solely on grass. Then I have rabbits who live on grass and feed. And I have rabbits who live on. This rabbit was raised solely on grass. But along the line, I realized the grass was too much. Then I had to switch here. So it lives on.
So what do you think will be the best feeding approach?
Feed and grass.
Feed and grass.
Feed and grass is the best. Because this feed is the same feed used to feed
the portion.
So if you can see, some fowls are all over the place. I don't know if you saw them.
They are trying to compete with them for the food.
Yes, because this is the same feed the poultry farmers use. So if you feed your rabbit solely on this okay, all the rabbits here are like feed, and I would have shown you. I've sold that one off. It was solely on feed. The taste is different from feed and grass.
Yeah, I think you made mention of it earlier. If you are using only feed,
it tastes like chicken.
That's where you use only feed.
Yes.
If you use like grass,
it tastes almost like chicken. It doesn't taste like bushmeat.
That's if you use the feed, right?
That's if you use solely feed every time. Every time. The taste is like normal. Okay. But when you do grass, you get the Actual bushmeat.
I think it's with my video with Reverend Dominic, the grass cutter farmer. He also made mention of that if you use like the feed to feed them, the taste is different.
The taste
if
is
you give them like actual grass, that's when you actually get like the good taste about it.
what you are supposed to get. Because when they are in the bush, they eat grass. This makes them grow faster. The feed makes them grow faster. I had one bush rabbit. I have sold it because it was too crazy. It was solely on grass. So even the structure of the rabbit shows that this rabbit is solely on grass. But this one, you can see that they are, I don't know if I should say fleshy when you touch them. You can see a lot of flesh on them.
Because they feed on
because they feed on the feed too. But if it was grass, you would see that I don't know how to say it. You would see how I don't know how to put it. Like
it looks so feel different from like they being on the normal food.
Even the weight will be different. Yeah.
And the layer mash and like where do you get it from? How much do you currently buy it? Because I know now prices have feed and stuff are expensive now.
Yes. Currently, I'm buying the layer mash. Which brand for 50 cedis a bag, and the layer mash
12 or 50 the bag. So yeah, that's about 50 cedis per kg, right?
Yeah.
Like per the bag.
The big sack.
Okay. Then
I think that's 50 kg or so, or 25. But it's the big sack, like the
bottom bar. Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you get it from?
From the market.
So it's like available for everyone.
Yes.
So if you are watching and maybe you also want to get the feed.
And if you go to some agri shops,
you'll get them available.
So I initially spoke about the stench and how to keep
exactly
hygiene. So like I mentioned, I designed my cake by myself.
Okay.
So I don't know if you get this design anywhere, but this is my design. Okay. What I did with the poop and the urine is that I sat down and I thought, okay, what's going to happen to the one down there if this one is peeing? The one at the top is peeing. So I designed this structure where the plywood here is sloping. And if it's just plywood, it's going to soak the urine. So there is carpet
on it.
Laid on it. You can compare this to this. This doesn't have carpet. It's wearing off.
It's like a normal wood. Yeah.
This is wearing off. So when it pees, slides all the way. This is the drainage. It slides all the way in here, and it goes into the bucket and it collects. If it poops, it rolls and it falls to the ground. And we sweep and scrub
almost every time.
But because of the project, we are not sweeping.
So what about the one under?
It goes straight to the ground. So every morning we sweep We sweep and scrub every morning. So you come, you sweep everything, you collect, and you scrub the floor. So the experiment I'm talking about is I gathered poop here together with urine. It stayed for some time. The stench was bad, and it decayed and even had worms in it.
Yeah, because combining urine and the poop is to be serious.
Yeah. And it was very bad. So if you are doing rabbit farming and you are doing it very well, you shouldn't have a problem with the stench. It doesn't really have any smell. But I don't know if you can smell it today.
But like the other doesn't smell. There's no stench here. That shows that
But because I know my farm, I feel today it smells.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It means normally on a regular it's more neater.
You don't smell anything. And the place is very neat as compared to today.
Okay. At least once the renovation and stuff is going on, because they're even building a new cage.
Yeah, we are building new cages.
Okay. So let's look at disease and stuff. What are they normally prone to diseases?
Yes. Rabbits die easy. Rabbits are very, very prone to diseases. And you have to pay attention to your rabbits to know what is happening to it. Okay. This rabbit has a problem right now. I didn't know, so I came close to look at it. Now the problem it has is that The problem it has is it has an infection. You see, it's swollen. That's the private part.
The private. Oh.
Yes, it's swollen. That's an infection. So whenever you cross, it's not successful. It doesn't even open up for crossing.
This is a female, right?
Yes, this is a thing. Aish.
Relax.
So these are some of the hazards. So it happens. It's not used to being lifted.
Regularly.
Yeah. So you have to pay attention to your rabbits. Come to the farm, visit the farm, look at them every time. Someone came to my farm and said, "Your rabbits are very healthy." And I'm like, "Yes, it's because we pay attention to them. And the place is neat, the place is clean, everything's good, it's matured. You see how healthy it is. When you go to a farm and your rabbit has a problem, you should know.
It should be down.
Yes, rabbits die easily. Coccidiosis hits your farm, and half of them, or even all of them, are gone. You should give them.
So the coccidiosis, how does it affect them? How will you know your rabbit has coccidiosis?
It has. Sometimes you wouldn't even know, and you will come to your farm and the rabbit is dead.
Because I've seen situations where rabbits are very down, like when they are sick, you will
They are
like
down.
very, very down. They're
Very down. Exactly. You come and the rabbit is not eating, but you know there is something wrong with the rabbit.
Yeah.
So it affects them in a lot of ways. Some get paralyzed.
They can't move.
They can't move. So the rabbit will just be lying down. It can't move, it can't do anything. The limbs are all very weak. Maybe it's just the head will be able to turn.
Interesting. Okay.
They are affected by diarrhea too.
Oh, okay. So like, is it like you treat them on a monthly basis? Or how do you do
We
it?
treat everything. We deworm them as well. We give them dewormers here. We give them dewormers.
Okay. They have like some about around so you can see.
No.
Like if you are watching us and you want rabbit dewormers, yeah, they're also available in the market.
When you get to the shops and you tell them you want rabbits dewormers, they are going to.
And then also give them vitamins as well.
Yes, we give them vitamins, supplements to help them, because it's like rabbits are active animals,
Yeah.
but you have restricted them. You know, when we watch movies and cartoons and all that, you know, rabbits are very fast,
Yeah.
very, very, very fast. But here it's like you have changed the entire lifestyle of the animal. So when you put one on the floor right now, it won't go anywhere. I can leave the cages open and won't even attempt coming down. It won't even come out.
They are once they are home, they are like
Yes,
tamed. And
they are tamed. So
accustomed to
you should feed the animal protein and other vitamins to help with their bones, and else I don't know, they will be affected so much. I'm leaving this one open so you see if it comes out. Even if it comes close to the gate, it won't leave the cage.
But looking at your backyard, have you tried like free range than caging them in the?
You know, I haven't tried because there is an exit here, there is an exit here.
Once snails could run away. How much more?
Once snails could run away, rabbits would fly away. Yeah, so I have not tried because of the exit. If it wasn't for the exit, I would do that. But I would want to.
That's fine. So looking at the cage you have, how much like does it cost to construct it? I know you are building new ones. How much does it cost to construct?
Currently this one is costing me like approximately 1,000. Even though I have some of the materials already, because prices have gone up.
Yeah, now inflation rate is quite serious.
Yeah, so it's costing me like approximately
Including
1,000.
workmanship and everything.
Yes. And even with that, yeah, it's approximately 1,000. So this is actually the top is for the male, and then the down is like the maternity ward.
Maternity ward.
So you can
So
see
all the ones now are female, right?
all the ones down. It's just 3 rooms. So you can bend and look at it. It's more spacious. It's a double of this.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like the same thing.
No. This is how it is. This is the maternity. This is the maternity ward.
Oh, okay.
This is because when the rabbit is ready to litter, you put in a litter box.
Yeah, so they have space.
Yes, and when they are growing, they should have space. So if you keep them here, they are all going to die.
No, okay, that's fine. Yeah, but I like the way your cages and the spacing in between them. So let me ask, so in like going forward, how do you see yourself in terms of the business, in terms of farming itself? So we wrap up.
I might resign to do farming.
Interesting.
I might resign to do. It's the only reason I would resign to come sit at home.
And what would be that reason? Why would you then resign?
Because it's lucrative and you should pay attention to farming. And I'll get more money than what I'm paid currently, so it will be better.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, as time goes on, the business expands.
Yeah.
The goal is to venture into farming. And would you be a full-time, like as in only rabbit farming, or
No.
you are considering doing other stuff?
I'm considering doing other things too.
So like what would you?
I'm doing snails again.
This time we'll try and make sure you don't run away.
I'm doing snails. I'm doing poultry. I might do a little bit of fish.
Fish farm.
Yeah, I might do just a little bit of it. And the poultry too, I'll be concentrating on turkey and guinea fowls.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Is there a reason for taking a guinea fowl?
everybody is doing chicken.
So you want to?
So I want to do,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
So
nice.
yeah, I think that I wanted to do piggery, but for some reasons,
You don't want to venture into
no,
piggery?
I might, but it would have to be managed by someone else. So with time, if I eventually get a manager, then it means I can do piggery as well. I'm allergic to.
Pork. Oh, okay. So maybe you might not be consuming the meat yourself, but at least to feed the market.
My allergy is not just with the meat; it's with the animal itself.
Then it means you will not be able to visit your farm.
That's what I'm saying. It should be managed by someone else. Just bring me the money when it's ready.
Okay. Any final words to those watching us, to fellow ladies who might also want to start something, to the youth in general? Any last words you want to share?
Okay, I would like to say that everything is possible. The only limitation you have is yourself. Believe in yourself. Go for whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. Learn to rely on yourself. Whatever it is you put your hand to, make sure you are giving it your all and do it with your best. Make sure you are getting good profits out of it. Make money, enjoy life. It's a good life, live it well.
Yes. Good life, live it well, enjoy life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will close out today's video. I believe you are inspired. You've learned something about rabbit farming and maybe farming in general. This video has been educative and entertaining for me. Yes, I was just happy when I heard she's a lady into farming, and coming here today has been like, I don't know, has been an interesting day, a successful day as well. So yeah, this will end today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with your network. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.